Mr. Theoharis, I'm very pleased to welcome you to Moldova and to the IPN press agency headquarters.
Thank you for your invitation.
As I understand, you have had a very busy day, a very busy and active, productive day of meetings in Chișinău. You also arrived in Moldova accompanied by representatives of Greek companies, as I understood. Could you please tell us which Greek companies have joined you in this visit and with whom you've had the opportunity to meet with so far?
Well, we had a Greek delegation, companies that deal with energy, with infrastructure development, like the public power company or externe, with water management facilities, but also logistics and other areas. They came with us in this business forum that we organized, Enterprise Greece from the Greek side and Invest Moldova from the Moldovan side. So they were able to have B2B meetings and also presentations on the investment opportunities in Moldova, as well as the Greek ecosystem of companies. And finally, we had meetings in the ministries with a number of ministers, environment, infrastructure, the Deputy Prime Minister, to ensure that we identify various opportunities that are important to be fulfilled for the growth plan, to implement the growth plan of Moldova.
So what are the practical outcomes you expect from this visit? Are we talking about signing any agreements, launching joint projects, or primarily you are here to assess the investment climate?
Well, all of the above. Of course, we need to make the connections between business to business so that the discussions on possible agreements can start. We also need to ensure that we sign agreements. For example, we have in a few weeks the renewal of the memorandum between Enterprise Greece and Invest Moldova. This is completing its action plan in May 26.
It's a memorandum for how many years?
It's a memorandum that was signed back in 23, so it's finishing now. So we need to extend it and continue the action plan. We also have a G2G agreement on technical assistance for the Moldovan government to help with the realization of projects in the growth plan of Moldova. This is, we had discussions about it and how we can complete the negotiations so that we can sign it. So in general, we have a lot of things happening, and I think this shows that the political and the economic cooperation between the two governments is very strong. This is exemplified by both our Prime Minister being here a few months ago and President Sandu. She came to Greece and I met with her, and of course she met our Prime Minister.
But which sectors of Moldova's economy are currently of greatest interest to Greek investors?
Yeah,
energy.
Well, yeah, many sectors. You mentioned energy, but infrastructure as well, IT side. So there are many sectors that are interested. The agro food sector and pharmaceuticals and so on and so forth. So we are exploring various possibilities, both on the public side in terms of project, but also on the private side, connections between companies that can allow Greek investors to come to Moldova.
If to talk about externe Group, which is one of the largest investors groups in Greece, are they interested in implementing these infrastructure projects in Moldova?
Yes, not just them. We had three big construction infrastructure companies. We had AVAX, we had externe, and we had Actor. So those are three of the biggest construction companies that are dealing with energy and so on and so forth. Externe especially has a lot of expertise on water projects, water management, pumped hydro, other kind of water management projects. More and more we find that water management is a challenge for Greece.
And for Moldova
well.
too, yeah, for Moldova agri-sector.
Yeah, so this is something that we have discussed with the Ministry of Environment and the Ministry of Infrastructure to see how we can help, because we have a lot of expertise in Greece in managing water facilities and of course other sectors as well.
Okay, but in your view, what conditions are necessary to attract a greater number of European investors to Moldova's economy? Is it primarily about regulatory stability, infrastructure access, or investment guarantees from the Moldovan side?
Well, it's a complex answer. So there's not one single solution. You have to move in all dimensions and all directions at the same time. I think the biggest thing, if I wanted to put it under one title, the biggest thing that Moldova can do is continue in earnest and with strategic focus on the accession path to the European Union. So the European Union provides a regulatory framework that is stable, predictability for investors, a rule of law, and the absence of graft and corruption that also is important for foreign direct investors. So all those things that, as you continue in this path, this is the surest way to attract foreign direct investment. And what I can say is, and this is very, very important, if you like, from my side, I see Moldova both, number one, having a government that is very much focused on this target, and number two, the latest elections, actually, the people showed their interest in the European path of Moldova. So when we, from Greece, when our Prime Minister who came here from Greece sees that you are so determined on this path, we feel that it's our obligation to help you in any way possible, in know-how, with our companies, with investment, as you embark on this important journey.
Okay, we see the openness of Greece, the openness of Greek companies to come here to invest in Moldova, but what are the financial instruments, what should be used to support these investments in Moldova? These are state guarantees, this is involvement of European financial institutions, some Moldova's actions in this sense. Yeah,
well, all of the above are important. That's why we have brought big companies that can attract investment capital and can attract capital from the European Union when they structure projects. So this is important to have the right partners that can create bankable projects. But of course, Moldova has secured, with our help as well, because it was a collective European decision, has secured specific EU funding in order to implement its growth plan and in order to implement projects that will help her in her accession to the European Union. So those are funds that are important to be used, all of them, and to be used in a productive way so that the infrastructure of Moldova changes and the funds allow the projects that will ensure that the connectivity between the various systems of Moldova, infrastructure of Moldova, is sort of compatible with the European infrastructure. And that means in the energy sector, in the technology sector, in the communication sector, in the banking systems, and all those things have to be geared in such a way that they can be connected to the rest of the European Union.
Greece is also taking steps in assuring energy stability of Moldova, energy security of the Republic of Moldova. But here in Moldova we have also the Transnistrian issue. They have also a big problem with this sector, and I'm sure you are closely following the serious steps and efforts undertaken by the Moldovan government in this sense towards its reintegration. Including the energy sector, which should be also integrated in the energy sector of Moldova. Do you see room of dialogue and exchange of expertise between Greece and Moldova in this area?
Yes,
regarding Transnistrian region.
Yeah, well, I mean, energy is an important factor. Moldova had to go through a very painful transition away from Russian dependence. And this was not done in a smooth way, but it was done under duress of the Russian blackmail on the energy of Moldova. And of course, this is not just something that you paid in the mainland region, but also Transnistria paid a heavy price for this kind of dependence. It's a good thing that you are supporting them and ensuring that their energy security is guaranteed. We're also playing our part to ensure that the whole Balkan region, the whole vertical corridor, as we call it, is supplied in a diverse manner, so there's diversification and also energy security. And this is not just for Moldova, but it's also for Bulgaria, for Romania, for Ukraine, and even all the way to Hungary and Slovakia. So the vertical corridor is a very useful tool. It's been a long time in the making, a lot of infrastructure and a lot of implementation has happened. We are now planning the next phases and the next FSRUs and the next phase of infrastructure development that needs to be there to ensure that the whole region is secure as far as its supplies is concerned. So we will certainly help on the electricity sector as you transition away from legacy systems. In the gas and the rest of the energy sector, we have a lot of know-how and a lot of we are a few steps ahead, if you like. Just to give you an example, you have made a huge increase in the use of renewables from 4% to about 28, 29%. We are about 70% in our use of renewables. So our companies have a lot of know-how on the regulatory side, on the transmission side, on the distribution side, on the smart metering and all those things, and of course production and retail of this kind of electricity. So we can provide with PPC, with IPTO and other companies the required know-how for the Moldovan market.
To share the expertise with Moldovan companies. Yeah, that's very good. Thank you very much, Mr. Theoharis, for this conversation, for sharing your insights with us. I truly appreciate your time and openness, and I wish you a productive and successful visit to Moldova.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a wonderful second time here in Chișinău for me. So I think that shows, together with the visits of our Prime Minister and other functionaries, how important it is for us that Moldova is secure, is peaceful, and is able to join the European Union. And you can always count on Greece on being a steady partner in this respect.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and see you next time.
Yeah.